Hi, it's a hair day. Make that a hair wave making day. You've seen me tackle on this channel the beachy wave look. I'm using the same tool, the flat iron, the multi-purpose iron that can you make your hair perfectly straight, perfectly wavy, or somewhere in between. But my feeling is it's nice to get a lot of different uses and techniques out of one iron. We're going to use our flat iron today to create that sort of old glam, old Hollywood look, which is in big time right now. Also, the looser you make it, the more of a sort of casual, beachy look you create with it. And I'm going to show you the differences in just a moment. If you have very long hair, it might be worth looking into the Babe Waves hair waving iron, only because the technique with the single clamp is going to be time consuming for you. With this particular iron, there are 3 barrels, and all you're essentially doing is clamping the barrels around your hair, and then you move down and you move down. So it's a much quicker technique for you. But for those of us ladies with essentially collarbone hair and above, it's probably better using the flat iron. So let's launch into what we need to do to get ready for this particular technique. First of all, hair nice and clean. My hair has been blown out. I use the Color Wow Dream Coat for my blowout. You've seen me mention this product in my videos before because it is great for people who have curly, kinky, frizzy hair, and it makes the blowout quick and it makes the hair nice and silky smooth. The person from whom I learned this technique is actually the Color Wow artistic director out of New York, Joseph Maine, and he came to town recently to do this technique on me. I posted it on social media. So many of you said, okay, you need to do a hair tutorial now. So first and foremost, get your flat iron, power your baby up. I recommend at a medium heat. I've mentioned this many a times before. If you have processed hair, which I'd say about 99% of us do, meaning you color treat your hair or use any type of lifting or highlighting, you don't want to overly heat your flat iron or any type of a curling product for risk of burn and damage to the hair. So I always put mine on a medium setting. This is the Babyliss Prima 3000 Pro. This has an upside, especially if you're doing those barrel type of a curl. The outside of this wand gets hot. So for spiraling technique, this is really great. The downside is the risk of facial burn increases. So I'm just going to leave it at that, whether you want to take this leap or not. But a lot of flat irons have the ceramic or the coating on the outside. They don't heat up on the outside. This one in particular does. The next thing is make sure you get your hair prepped and ready. So clean hair using any type of a thermal type of a spray, heat protectant, anything. Just put that on. I am not product loyal when it comes to that. I have a multitude in my cabinet downstairs, but any kind of a heat protectant before you start is a must. The next thing that you need to do is figure out where you want to part your hair to create this look. On me personally, I prefer a deeper side part in creating that wave look. Some of you may want to do a middle part. So when you are ready to go, the first thing we're going to do is start parting the hair, and we will wave section by section. So I'm going to start here on my left side, and I will just part my hair, and then I will clip it to get it out of the way. So we're just going to section and clip as we go. And what we're doing is we're creating these bends. So as I go in, I'm going to go up and then down and then out. And so I'm not twisting. You're going to see that this barrel is going to stay essentially horizontal. But I'm coming in, and from the root, I'm bending down, then up, and then down. And do you see what that did? So now we're going to continue on with the next section. Again, about 2 inches. But again, right at the root line here, I'm going down, out, and then a little down. And now they are in unison. Now let me just explain. Up here, I will do the same technique, But underneath in this back section, I'm just going to do a slight bend outward. That's it. I won't, because the hair back here is a little too short for the wave, but a little kick out gives it a bit of a messier look in the back. So that layer on top, I will do the same technique, but then underneath, I'm just going to kick it out. And I can see these under hairs right in here. So I just grab my iron and I'm just doing a slight bend outward. Again, be careful of that delicate neck tissue. No burns on my channel. Take your time with this. The secret to making it look really nice is going in with smaller sections in toward the root. A nice kick up and down, kick out, and then bring it down again. And you will also have opportunities to vary it. You can go up, down, up, especially toward the top to make it a little bit messier. That's the difference between sort of this sleek kind of 1940s wave versus the more modern, loose, casual type of a wave. So let's say you're in a jeans and t-shirt motif, it's a very casual look. You may want to alter that wave pattern, have a few go under, have a few kick out, gives it a little bit of a messier, playful look, which might go a little better with your attire. All right, so I'm not going to touch this. I'm going to save the top part for the very last. I will now go in with my comb and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So if you have bangs or longish bangs, I'm going to ask you to leave those out. Don't get those involved in that part at the root. So let those hang down. I'm moving on to the longer side sections now. Okay, so here is where the technique starts to change up a little bit. With these front pieces, what I want more of is sort of a wave going back as opposed to that crimp starting here. So I will now take the flat iron and I'm just simply going to wave it back with a little bit of a twist in it. And that's it. So the curl pattern is getting a little bit looser the farther we get toward the top of our head. Front pieces, just a slight wave backwards. Here I'm not going to start the bend as high. A little bit farther down. And now I am where my hair parts. I've got these front pieces going off to the side. I'm going to do a slight wave back on the top. And I'm also, along my part, going to take this little section and I'm just going to create a little crimp at the root just for some lift. And that's it. Only the root. Just a little bit of a bend there. And that gives you a pop of height right at your part line. And now before I take everything and brush it out, I'm really not going to brush it out. Your fingers are your best friend, but I want to use something that creates a little bit of shine and separation. So this is Wow Pop and Lock, and it is a shine type product. It will bring down any type of flyaways or frizzies, especially around the hairline. Kind of pull it all together, and I'm just going to work this through ever so slightly. But you see that bend that we've created in the hair? Very soft, very different from a spiral, beachy type of a curl. Like I said, it reminds me a little bit of, old school Hollywood, which I love, clearly. So this is super, super easy. There's not a whole lot that you're doing at the very end, but the wonderful variation that I would like to show you is from day to night, and that incorporates some really great styling products. And clips and barrettes are among some of the biggest, especially large ones. The larger, the better. All of these, by the way, I picked up at my local Walgreens. Okay, so there's a clip for everyone, for every budget. You don't have to spend a lot of money to get a really cool hair clip. But if you take one like this, for instance, and this one is a bit more of a decorative clip. It's got a CZ at the end with some sparklies, and you just take your side right here, and all you're doing is a simple little pull back right by the ear. And then you secure that and just push it up. And now you've created a really elegant and nice evening look, taking advantage of one of the season's biggest trends, which is a large hair clip, and you just find one that suits your needs, suits your style. You could pair this up with a really nice diamond earring. You can also use some of these bigger ones. I remember these growing up with the snap in place. If you didn't have enough hair to go back in a ponytail, you would stick these all around your head to get all the loose stragglers in while you were playing volleyball and stuff like that. Well, now they're really being used to be shown and not just hiding hair. I mean, you can take front hair pieces like so and then use this clip and clip away. And now suddenly a piece that was used to hide hair is now being brought into the forefront of style. And it's, everything that's old is new again. What can I say? These things that we gals used in the 70s are back. But you have wonderful opportunities to transform babe waves from day into night, to make them loose, to make them tight. It is all left up to interpretation and how you wish to style. But what I love about all of this is how many different ways can you use a flat iron? How many different looks can you create with one simple tool? It's easy to go out and buy 100 tools for 100 different looks, but that's not what this channel is about. This channel is not about spending crazy money and doing crazy things. It's about finding one really good product that enables you to tap into some artistry and creativity, to create different types of a look. Whatever it is, find your one tool that works magic for you, and then hang out in your bathroom and work magic on yourself. That's what I like. I can't wait to hear how this works for you. Give it a try. Let me know in the comment section if it worked, if you like, and what you were able to create in the process. Speaking of creating in the process, we have so much going on social media. You and I interact there in so many wonderful and special ways. So if you're not with me on social media, might I encourage you to join me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter below. Also, we are growing, reaching the 1 million mark. So if you haven't subscribed, may I ask you to do that too? Simply subscribe, ring the bell. It just means that notifications will be sent to your inbox every time I release a video, which is every Thursday at 1 o'clock. There is no fee. That's it. It just notifies you that I'm here, and hopefully you will join me then. And please also leave ideas for what you would like to see in the fall, because I do cater these videos to you and your interests. In fact, it is because of the interest that you expressed when seeing this look on Instagram and the connection that Joseph and I had in making this look happen. You all said, hey, come on, YouTube video, please. So here it is. So with your ideas for the future, go out, be bold, be blessed, enjoy your waves, and I look forward to seeing you next Thursday at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. Bye.